Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Christy. Yes, you can see I have cut my hair. I prefer it this short because it's easier to manage and I love my waves. So I hadn't cut my hair in over a year, 6 months. It's been a long time. and I really wanted to cut my hair, so my mom was here this weekend and I said, Mommy, you want to cut my hair? And she cut my hair. I saved myself 12 bucks. Okay, so besides my hair, I wanted to show you guys my vintage Spurs t-shirt. I bought this back in the 90s. It is Dennis Rodman, favorite Spurs player when he did play back in the 90s. Also, I wanted to share with you my my wall here, only because I don't think I'm going to show you guys this wall anymore. This might be the only time you will see this wall, and I absolutely love this wall. But there's a reason why you might not see this wall anymore, unless it's a whole story. I'm not going to get into it right now, but I'm going to try to use this wall as much as I can for videos like this. I wanted to record kind of like a final reflection of my semester. So before I get into that, I just really want to share this wall with you. I had started this wall, I want to say a couple of years ago, and I never finished it. And I'm glad that I didn't finish it, because something's gonna happen in the near future, and I'm gonna have to take this wall down. So let me just show you my wall real quick. I have a picture with James Masters, who played Spike in Buffy. Stephen Amell, yes. Richard Dean Anderson, absolutely love Richard Dean Anderson. If you don't know, he was MacGyver, the original MacGyver, and also he played Jack O'Neill in Stargate, which I absolutely love Stargate, but I love even more Stargate Atlantis. And then I have Lucifer. This is the original artwork. This is penciled in and markered. And then this is the comic book colored in version. And this was done by a comic book artist named Rudy Vasquez, who did this for a friend of mine who had his own comic book studio. But I don't think he's doing it anymore. I haven't been in touch with him in a while. The move kind of threw us all off. But this is original artwork. I did see Rudy Vasquez actually draw this at a convention in Laredo. And yes, I know it's Lucifer, but I fell in love with the detail of it. And when my friend put it out for sale, I absolutely had to have it. So I bought the original artwork and then the colored version. Okay, so now to my actually final reflection of my fall semester at Northwest Vista. Alright, so this video that I'm putting together is about my first semester of college at Northwest Vista. If you don't know, I took 2 courses this first semester, fall of 2020. I took Composition 2 and I took Introduction to Education. I'm gonna go ahead and start with my Introduction to Education class first. So I really enjoyed my class. I absolutely enjoyed it. I did have a few moments where I was just like, ah! But overall, the whole semester was great. I enjoyed my class. The lessons were very informative. Once we were done with our second chapter of the book, dealing with philosophies, our professor informed us that we were going to have to put together a teacher portfolio. Oh my goodness, guys. Like, I can't even tell you how excited I was about that. Simply because I taught for about 10 years in both San Antonio and Laredo, and I'm sorry if you can hear my dog barking. She is going crazy out there. So I taught for about 10 years both in San Antonio and Laredo, and not once did I ever put together a teaching portfolio, simply because I never thought I needed one. I didn't need one. I've always wanted to put together one, and I kind of brainstormed at the possibility of what my teaching portfolio would look like, and I never actually sat down and put it together. So when this assignment presented itself, I was ecstatic, I was overjoyed, I was through the moon that I had to put one together. And so she gave us a list of items that needed to be in there. I do enjoy watching YouTuber Michelle Foray of Pocketful of Primary, and she was my muse for putting together my teacher portfolio. She, in one of her videos, she shows you her portfolio, and if you want to purchase hers, she has an edible version that you can purchase and put in all your information. But I didn't want to do that. I actually took the time, went through PowerPoint, and did my borders. I have bars. It looks absolutely beautiful. So she was my muse. I got a little bit of information from her, some ideas from her, and then I tweaked it to my preference, to me. And it looked absolutely beautiful. It looks absolutely beautiful. So when the professor informed us that we had to do it, we had about a month and a half before it was due. I literally, like, the moment we got off Zoom, I started working on it, and I ended up finishing it a month before it was due. Another so because I was just so excited that it was just like nonstop working on it. It had to have a cover. It had to have a welcome letter, or like meet the teacher letter. Then it had to have our classroom rules and disciplinary actions. It also had to have our classroom management and procedures. And then it also had to have what our dream classroom would look like. It took me, honestly, maybe a week to draw it up, type in all the information. I went ahead and even added pictures of when I taught of former students. Absolutely beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And so when we finally took our last exam, the very next class day, she informed us that we did not have to be on Zoom. We did not have to be present on Zoom, so that we could have a chance to actually work on our portfolio, on our philosophy of education, and also to finish our observations. Because we had to do at least 16 hours of school observations. Since we weren't physically able to go to a classroom and observe, we had to watch videos and, just jot down what we observed and if we would do anything different. So I did that. There it goes, Dusty. Okay, so I did my observations. I would do at least 2 a week, because they were either between 30 to an hour long, or they were over an hour long. So I would do at least 2 a week so I could just finish it right away. I submitted it, and then she informed us of our final project, which was our final reflection. Can you hear Chloe's little feet? Okay, and then our last project was our final reflection, and we had choices on how we wanted to present our final reflections of the semester of the class. Our choices were a page-long essay, or compose a song and sing it for the class, come up with an interpretive dance and dance for the class. There goes Chloe again. Or do a video or a PowerPoint presentation and present it to the class. So by this time, I was done with writing. I did not want to write anymore. I had already done a lot of writing for my English class, which I'll get into in a bit. And I was like, I'm done. No more writing for me. My brain was just bleh. So I went ahead and decided to do a video. So I did my video in this exact spot because I want to use this wall as much as I can. And then I did my editing. I kept it to about, I wanted to keep it to about 5 minutes, but it went over to about 13 minutes, which was fine. So then when class, we all had to attend class for our final day. Anybody having visual presentations, which was either the song, the dance, or the video, PowerPoint, had to present it to the class. So there was about 13 of us left in the class. Everybody else had pretty much already dropped out or withdrew from the class. And she goes on and says, does anybody have any visuals to present to the class? The only one. I go, I have a video. She's like, great. We're gonna start with Christina. Oh no. So we screen shared. I put on my video. I expressed my feelings, my thoughts on my semester for education. I am not gonna share that video here on YouTube simply because I do show pictures of when I taught of former students, and for privacy reasons I'm not gonna share that video. But I was the only one. She absolutely enjoyed it. Everybody else in the class was going to do a one-page essay. But you know, I actually prefer doing the video because I did not have to, you know, sit down and write and think about what I was gonna write. It just, what I said in my video just came flowing organically, and it was great. I had to wait a couple of days to get my final grade, and I am very happy to say that I got a 97 in my introduction to education class. I am so happy. I can't even believe how happy I am that I got that grade. And she did leave me a little comment saying that it was an absolute blast having me in her class. She really enjoyed my comments. She really enjoyed the conversations we had back and forth. She also appreciated the fact that it was myself and maybe 2 other students that showed their face throughout the whole Zoom meetings that we had. Everybody else was a blank screen with just their name. She really appreciated that, you know, my camera was on, and I had to do that because for me it felt like I was actually part of the class. I didn't want to go through the semester just staring at my screen as if I was watching TV, like a Discovery Channel show or, you know, whatever. And I wanted to feel like I was part of the class, so therefore I had my camera on all the time. So she did mention that she was very appreciated that I had that. And also she said that for me not to give up on my dreams, that she could tell that I was born to be a teacher, and that if I ever need a letter of recommendation, to just ask. So I am very, 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 very happy with my education class, and I am excited to see what the next class is all about. Hi guys, future me here. You can tell because I have a shadow now. So I'm in the process of editing this video that you're watching. Yes, I recorded it and editing it at the same time. Well, not at the same time, on the same day. But I've noticed that it's running really long, and I don't want to make it uber long for you guys. So I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. I guess it's going to be a 2-part series. not a two-part series. It's going to be a two-parter. So what I'll do is next week I'll give you my final thoughts on my fall semester for Composition 2. So guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening to me rant, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.